Ted Lasso is my favorite show and currently they're shooting for season 3 in UK right now. Much hasn't been revealed except that Dr. Sharon and Trent Crimm will return to play a more significant character in season 3. The show's creators have mentioned that the show was only meant to go up to season 3 and that's how the story was written. Right now talks for season 4 are unknown and probably not going to happen. So that makes me wonder, what spin-off show can we see from the creators of Ted Lasso to continue the universe and fill it with even more lovable characters? The first one, Adventures of Roy Kent and Phoebe. Roy Kent is one of the showrunners and a fan favorite, so it's without a surprise that fans would adore a show that followed the character around. Now I'm going to take this one step further and say that a large chunk of the best moments with Roy are when he is with his niece Phoebe. It's really refreshing to see a relationship like that, especially given the character that Roy is. And through a few instances, you get to learn more that Roy is a very wise person who can help Phoebe, much like how Ted helps the team. I believe a show centered around these two characters and their relationship could be a hit. It can try to capture the same warm, fuzzy feeling that Ted Lasso does and work its way into the heart of the viewer. The people already adore Phoebe and she still has a lot to learn from Uncle Roy, and vice versa. Higgins. That's it. I think Higgins is my favorite character because I'm genuinely surprised at how different he turned out to be than my expectations on first glance. It's always refreshing to see him on screen and appreciate the development he's had in season 1. Now, one interesting thing I like about Higgins is how he has a normal life back home and a stable relationship between his kids and wife. It's rare to see a show where characters seem to be doing well without any drama in their marriage. And again, it creates a warm, fuzzy feeling. I think a limited run series following Higgins and his wife could work well. There's a lot to explore regarding his personal life, how he found love, how his life has been there over the years, and how he's managed to keep it all together for so long. Not only that, but we can also see the positive interaction between him and his son, something that we don't really see with Ted and his father for obvious reasons, or Ted and his son. Now we know Trent Crimm is coming back for season 3, but a series with him as a lead character to discover a new meaning in life could work really well. As we know, Trent is a serious man with deep-rooted philosophies on how things should work. He's always cautiously optimistic, yet he's open to exploring new things. The show can focus around him navigating his community or city, learning more about the people around him, and how together we build a society. Each episode could focus on Trent shadowing someone he's never worked with before, or he doesn't know much about, and learning small life lessons by being with the person. I think Trent is an intelligent character and this seems right up his alley, where even till this day he's open to learning and growing himself. Sam Obisanya. Towards the end of season 2, I caught a glimpse that Sam Obisanya is very proud of his heritage, where he comes from, and that he wants to give back to the society. I think a spin-off show focusing on Sam and his journey to increase representation of his country in the UK could work very well. It can show off the challenges Sam faces, the misconceptions that people have about Nigeria, and Sam's philanthropic efforts to give kids of Nigeria the same opportunity that he had gotten. In fact, I think the last point should be the largest focus. Sam focusing his efforts to make other kids' dreams come true. It's right up his alley and his want to make the world a better place. Through the show, we can learn more about Sam and come to appreciate him even more. New characters. The last spin-off idea which we are going to discuss today is simply Ted Lasso but with new characters and football players. I think if you give it a bit of a jump with the new coach and players but recurring legacy characters like Jamie Tart or Sam Obisanya, the show can still intrigue its original audience to come back and give it a chance. The only problem with these would be the inevitable comparison, and if it doesn't live up to the mark, the fans will tear this apart. As for what characters should stay and what should be replaced, well, I think Rebecca and Higgins can stay, but some of the football players like Isaac and Colin should leave. But I wouldn't mind the introduction of new coaches and some football players to change up the AFC Richmond dynamic and the workplace relation. With good writing, I think it's possible to create characters to fill in the shoes of existing while keeping it fresh and original. That being said, there are a lot of spin-off ideas that could work for Ted Lasso, and these are just a few of my favorites. In fact, there were more in my head, but I felt that these could work the best and be representative of the true characters of the show, and something that fans would appreciate watching. Whether or not any of these things happen, I'll gladly watch anything Bill Lawrence puts out next. Do I actually think that there are going to be spin-offs? Honestly, I doubt it. I don't see the point. The show is perfect and anything to stretch it longer than it needs to be would be risking its reputation. And if you're creating a new show, why take on the expectations of the previous one by reusing characters? It might be better off to start from scratch so you can give yourself more creative liberty, but alas, one can dream. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.